Hello. So in this video I'm going to try to do a little introduction to Minecraft to cover the key concepts of the game, and this is intended for people like me who may have children who want to play Minecraft and are badgering you to play and to help them, and hopefully this video will help you get a handle on what the game is, some of the terms that will be flung at you, and help you make sense of it all. So, I'm playing Minecraft for Windows, which is a version of what's called Bedrock. So the Bedrock is the version of Minecraft that works on most platforms. The original version of Minecraft is called Java Edition, which just runs on PCs. So you might hear those terms bandied around. The games are slightly different, but the principles of the game remain the same across the two. So from the basic point of view, anything we cover in this video will apply to pretty much to the Java edition as well. So Minecraft lets you explore a virtual world where you have to mine and build things, Minecraft items to help you survive and thrive in this world. So I think probably the best thing to do is just to launch into it and we'll talk through it as we go. So I'm going to click on play and create new for a new world. See, there's many others saved there, but we're going to create a new one, and I'm just going to go in with all the defaults. So this is going to be a survival game, which is the standard game model where you've got to survive essentially, and I'm going to play a normal difficulty level. There's lots of other options, but we'll go with that for now and just hit on create. So the world is randomly created and we will appear at what's called the spawn point. Every time a character dies or somebody joins the game, they will appear near the spawn point unless they've set themselves somewhere else to spawn, which we'll come on to hopefully soon. Let's give this a few seconds. Okay, interesting. So I'm in a sort of desert biome. So just like in the real world, biomes describe the sort of countryside we're in, and over there I can see a forest and plains biome. I'm not sure if they're the right terms, but yeah, this is desert or badlands or something like that. Now, different biomes give you different items that can help you survive. One of the most important things to get hold of is some wood that you can use to build tools. So you can do some mining or defend yourself. So also worth pointing out that when you start the game starts near dawn. And if you look at that, you'll notice the sun is moving across the sky. So I've only got a certain amount of time before it gets dark. Now that is quite important because it gets much more dangerous as it gets dark. So one of the key things we want to do is to get ourselves into a situation where we can survive our first night. So I'm going to run to this forest, I'm going to walk to this forest and get myself some wood. Doesn't really matter which type of wood, but I'll go for this one. I've got a puncher tree, and I'm using I should point out there actually, I'm looking around by moving my mouse, and I'm moving backwards by pressing the S key, forwards by pressing the W key, and can move side to side by pressing A to go left and D to go right. So some basic moves. I am punching this tree by clicking the left mouse. And I'll do a little bit more. Okay. and you'll see that in the bar at the bottom of the screen, I've now got 4 bits of timber. So that is something I can use to make something with. So I can do my first bit of crafting. So I'll just come up here with a little bit of space because I can hear a noise, which I'm not sure what that was, but let's just get out of the dark woods. So if I press the E key, it brings up this crafting menu, and you can see that I can turn my wood, 4 oak logs, I can turn into 16 wood planks, which is what I'm going to do. So I've got 16 wood planks, and I know there's quicker ways of doing this, but if my daughter was here, she would be telling me I'm far too slow and old to be playing this game. There are different ways of doing this, but I can also, now I've got 16 wood planks, I can use them in turn to make some sticks. So I am going to make a few sticks as well. Come out of there. So I've now got 8 planks, 16 sticks, and I press E again to go back in here, and one of the options I've got is a crafting table. Very important tool. Now I'm going to have to go and get some more. Oh no, I've still got some wood. That's good. So I'm using the number buttons here, or you can use the mouse wheel to scroll through them. But I quite like using the number buttons. So if I press 2, that selects the crafting table. Now I can use the mouse button, right click to place an item. It's another very important thing to do when you're doing any building. You'll be placing blocks. So I've placed this crafting table. It's a special block, and when I right click on this, the crafting menu is populated with many more things. So first tool, it's nearly always, for me at least, an axe. Helps you chop down trees much quicker, and also it can be used as a weapon to defend yourself. I would also like to have a pickaxe, but I seem to not have enough wood. So if you try and select one of these tools that are shown in red on the crafting grid, you can see that although I've got enough sticks to build a diamond axe, I don't have any diamonds. So that's not going to happen yet. However, a wooden pickaxe could help me get started. I can go back and get some more timber to create that. But just in case I end up somewhere else, I'm going to use my axe to chop up this. Oh, what happened there? To chop up this crafting table. There you go, and pick it up. So again, the crafting table's in my inventory at the bottom, and I can go back into the forest. Right. Oh, interesting. So something's happened here. There's been an event of some sort because something's died. Let's have a look at that. Now, I am guessing that they're lamb chops because that is wool. So that white block that I've got in my inventory now is wool. Now, wool is an incredibly important resource to collect early on in the game, and I will explain why soon, and I can see another piece of wool. So I'm not sure what killed those sheep, but that's very beneficial. And I'll show you why. So I've got a bit more timber, and I've now got 2 blocks of wool. But 2 is not quite enough for what I want to do. But let's just go back to our crafting table. I'll place it again. So again, use the number keys to choose 4 this time, because it's in the 4th position in my inventory. Right click, and what I've got to do is click on the blocks. I need to turn more of that oak log into oak planks. That's definitely going to be enough to allow me to build my first pickaxe. So there we go. That's a handy thing to have. And again, chop that back up. So I would like to find some. Oh, here's something interesting as well. So here we get a lovely view of a lake, and across the other side of the lake is a village. Now, villages are useful because there's villagers there. You can trade with the villagers to help you get some interesting things, Or you can steal from the village and get some supplies to save you having to craft them yourself, if you are that way inclined. But what I'm looking for is somewhere to go and do some mining, now that I've got my first pickaxe. So let's go and have a little look. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to try to go through here. Hopefully I'm not having to mine through the soil for too long. There we go, and get through some rock. So again, I'm pressing I've got the pickaxe selected, and I'm using the left mouse button to use the pickaxe. And that's after a while. So if I hold and then let go, you can see that the block just repairs itself. But if you hold and keep it held, the block will break, and then when you walk close to it, it will jump into your inventory if you've got space in your inventory. So cobblestone, which is what these blocks are here, is a very, very useful resource, because you can use it to make stone pickaxes, which are considerably stronger than your wooden tools, stone swords, stone axes. But probably I'm not making the most efficient use of my time at the moment, because what I should be doing is getting ready to survive the night. So let's just come back outside and have a look, see where the sun is. Okay, so I can see that the sun is starting to set. So, as I said before at the start of the video, things get considerably more dangerous as you get towards night. So I'm just going to dig my way out of here. And I think I will try and show you what nighttime looks like, because you are not alone in these worlds. So assuming you're playing a single player game, you're the only player here, but there are what are called mobs. Anything other than a player is a mob. Some mobs are neutral, some mobs can be quite helpful even, but a lot of mobs are hostile. And this is what we're going to start seeing soon. So as soon as the world gets dark enough, hostile mobs will start to form. And I don't know if we're equipped enough to survive in this world. So this might be quite a short-lived game. So there are different techniques to survive your first night. What I'm doing here is probably the worst technique, which is to be running around in the open. But let's see how it goes. Oh, now, here we go. So there's some things. So I think I saw a zombie. 2 zombies, 3 zombies. This little zombie. These are very fast. So left mouse button to attack. There you go, that's one down. But they will keep spawning. So this is not a good situation, and if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see that where the line of hearts are is my health, and I took quite a lot of damage there. Oh my word, there's 3 of them. So not there either. I can also see a spider, and I think I saw a witch as well. So not great. So I think if at all possible, I need to try and make my way around to that village. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and keep moving to survive this first night. Now, what is a better strategy to survive the first night is to actually build yourself somewhere, some sort of shelter, which obviously I've completely failed to do because I've been doing too much talking. And another thing that's incredibly useful to have is a bed. So if I survive this night, I will make creating a bed a priority. and it should be a priority for almost every game you play. Now here's a skeleton archer. He will hurt me a lot. Might have a bow now if I'm lucky. Oh, there's another one. And also I noticed a creeper there as well, so we can talk a little bit more about the different mobs when I'm not running around fighting for my life. If I can get around to the other side of the village, sorry, the other side of the lake to find the village, that might really help. I shall take this archer on. I'm going to get 2 minutes on these. This is ending badly. There we go. So, that is what happens if you don't have shelter on your first night in Minecraft. So I think I'll make that the end of my first video, and we'll start again in a new world and try and be a little bit more organised and build some shelter and somewhere to sleep. Bye for now.